tomorrow is the big season finale at Homestead for the Cup Series. Today we got the Xfinity Series. Last night we had the Truck Series. Good talk about Homestead real quick. Homestead, not going to lie, it's going to be a little bit of an emotional race for most fans. As long as I've been a fan, that's been the finale. That's been the last race. Everyone tries to get to Homestead to win the championship. That's all I've known. So it's going to be weird going to a different track. Going to keep this short, but obviously people are upset that ISM's going to be the finale after last week's race. Homestead's a great track. I love it. I love watching the racing there. It's got some great racing, but obviously you got more sentimental value for a track when it's been the finale for so long and has produced such good racing. But at the same time, I think it's good to go to other places. I think it's good to expand out into the other tracks, other markets, to go and have your championship there, because it can draw in more fans from that area. It can draw in sponsors. If you move the championship around like other sports, it makes the markets are different. Phoenix, Miami, they are completely different markets. So it's good for the sport, I think. I don't know how long Phoenix is going to be the finale. I think they should switch it up every few years maybe. But don't do Talladega or Daytona, just because that'd be a crappy way to decide a champion if you keep this format. But I think they should. I think it's good for them to move the championship around. Obviously, I'm going to miss Homestead as a championship. I hope they get back to it one day. But I can give a long video about that in the future. But championship 4, Hamlin, Harvick, Truex, Kyle Busch. That is your championship 4. And honestly, this has been one of the toughest championship 4s I've ever had to pick between. Like, I still haven't made up my mind. I'm still thinking about it. Like, on my NBC Sports Predictor app, I picked Truex. On my fantasy lineup, I picked Kyle Busch to win. But before the playoffs, I picked Hamlin. I picked Harvick to win and something. And I picked all 4 of them in different ways, like with my little picking thing. I just don't know. I really don't know. This is going to be a tough pick. So we'll get to that at the end, but we're going to give some background. All 4 have had great stories, great years. Hamlin obviously looking for his first championship in his 15-year career. He's come so close back in 2010. He was very close. So he's looking to finally get that championship. Kevin Harvick looking to get his second career championship. He won it back in 2014, looking to get his second title. Same thing for Truex and Kyle Busch. Truex won it 2 years ago in 2017. Kyle Busch 4 years ago in 2015. All different stories, obviously, with their championships. Harvick was able to capture a championship for SHR, winning the first ever championship in this format. Kyle Busch, his epic comeback in 2015 from his injury, and then obviously the underdog story of Furniture Row Racing with Martin Truex Jr. in that dominating season. Denny Hamlin, the only one to not win it. That's why I think he's at a little bit of a disadvantage. He has won at Homestead a couple times in his career back in 2009, 2013, so he does know how to win at Homestead. But when it comes to the high stakes, you have to win the championship. He has not done that yet. He's only been in this situation once back in 2014 where he had to win the championship. I guess you could say 2010 he was also in that situation, but Johnson ended up finishing second in that race anyways. I don't remember the point situation, but I think Johnson would have still won. So Hamlin, he's very good at Homestead. He always qualifies good. Qualifying got canceled, okay? So they're starting by like owner's points. So the championship 4 starting 1, 2, 3, 4. But he's had speed there in the past. He's gotten poles, he's led laps, and obviously he's won a couple races there, but he has not won the high-stakes pressure race like the other 3 have. Harvick, the first one to do it. Truex did it in 2017, and then Kyle Busch in 2015. So the other 3 have won at Homestead, and they won it in a high-stakes, very high-pressure situation. They were able to get it done no matter how they needed to. Some trends, I don't know. This is just kind of off the top of my head. Some interesting facts. The champion has... Oh, hold on. Let me think. I don't know how to phrase this. But the winner of Martinsville in this format has won the championship twice. Has gone on to win the championship twice in the playoffs. In 2016 with Jimmy Johnson and in 2018 with Joey Logano. So that is Martin Truex Jr. trying to make that the 3rd time in the history of this format. The winner at Texas has never won the championship, actually, in this format. 2014 and 2015, Jimmy Johnson won as a non-playoff driver. 2016, Carl Edwards won it, but he did not win the championship. 2017 and 2018, Kevin Harvick won the race, but was not able to capture the championship. So Kevin Harvick trying to break that trend. As for Phoenix, the winner of Phoenix has only gone on to win the championship once, back in 2014 with Kevin Harvick. He was in a must-win situation in that race, was able to win it, and then go on to win the championship at Homestead. 2015, non-playoff driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. won it. 2016, Logano. 2017, non-playoff driver Kenseth. 2018, Kyle Busch. So, playoff driver has only won once at Phoenix, won the championship. Texas, it's never happened. Martinsville, it's happened twice. So, if you're looking at history and basing it off that, Truex, I mean, it's happened more there than the other two places, so who knows? Just some trends there. And then, obviously, Truex has 7 wins. Back in his championship season, he had 8 wins, so if he wins Homestead, he would match his championship season with wins. Kevin Harvick, he would match his championship season with wins. Kyle Busch would match his championship season with wins. If any of those 3 were to win the race in the championship, that would match their win count from the championship season. I bet you didn't know that one. So there's a lot of interesting facts, a lot of things that go into this. I've found it very interesting just to look at. But, man, all 4 of these guys have had really good years. Truex has 7 wins. That's incredible. He's been up front in the points all year. Kyle Busch has led the points all year. He hasn't won since June, which is a little bit of an issue. Kevin Harvick's had a great year. He didn't win the first half of the year. Spire Motorsports' Justin Haley won before he did this year. And Kevin Harvick's been on a hot streak. He's won 4 races in the second half of the season. He's been doing great in these playoffs. And then obviously Denny Hamlin trying to get that championship. He's been so good all year. Opened up the season with the Daytona 500 win, trying to finish it out in Florida like he started it, with a win and a giant trophy. So it will be interesting. But, man, oh, man. All right. Here's my breaking down of it. Denny Hamlin's going to freaking drive his butt off, all right? That's not a question. I think he's going to do whatever it takes to win the championship. Kyle Busch, I don't want to count him out. He's done really well the past couple weeks. He had a good run at Texas, good run at Phoenix. They're starting to get a little bit of that mojo back that they had. But just like last year, remember Truex, all 4 of his wins were in the first half of the season, and he came to Homestead, and he was one of the best cars. He was leading with 15 to go before Joey Logano passed him. So I think Kyle Busch could very well be a contender. It's been a while since he's won, but I think it's a very high possibility that he could do it, that he could go out and win this thing as a bit. He's the underdog. Kyle Busch is the underdog. I never thought I'd say it, but he's a little bit of the underdog in this situation. Martin Truex Jr., man, they've been so good all year. They've got some 1.5 mile wins. Las Vegas. Trying to think. I think they won. Did they? They got the Richmonds, Martinsville, Vegas, Sonoma. Oh, yeah, they won the Coke 600. How could I forget that one? But they've been good at 1.5 miles. That's a real big deal for them. So I think that gives them a little bit of the advantage. Cole Pern, we need to talk about that, too. There's a lot we got to talk about. The crew chief driver pair-ups, they're all good. Rodney Childers and Kevin Harvick, they're incredible together. Adam Stevens and Kyle Busch are great together. Cole Pern and Martin Truex Jr. are great together. Go look at their numbers. I don't need to explain it. Go look at their numbers. They win races. They've won championships. They know how to get it done. Denny Hamlin and Chris Gabehart, it's their first year together, and they've been doing great. 6 wins, 19 top 5s, 23 top 10s. They've been kicking butt. They've been doing incredible. They've been doing what they need to do. So Denny Hamlin, they got a big opportunity here. I mean, it's gonna be fun. And then obviously we got to talk about the Joe Gibbs. Okay, someone made a good point. Kevin Harvick's outnumbered. Kevin Harvick is outnumbered. Toyota and JGR, they're gonna have their orders that one of those guys needs to win the championship. If you can't win it, make sure Harvick doesn't win it, basically. I'm not saying they're going to go out there and wreck him, but if Harvick has a fast car and he tries to pass you, you're going to be extra aggressive on him if your teammate's 5 seconds ahead and Harvick's on pace to catch him in 50 laps. they're going to try to stop him. They're going to do whatever it takes to stop him. Obviously, those other three want to win the championship, but Toyota and Gibbs are going to say, hey, make sure that 4 car doesn't win. Make sure Ford doesn't win. Make sure Stewart-Haas doesn't win. Joe Gibbs has 3 drivers in the championship 4 for the first time in history. They're going to do whatever it takes to stop him. On the other side, though, there's 3 Joe Gibbs cars in the championship. So how are you going to focus? What's Eric Jones' team doing? Are they investing in all 3? How's that going to work? Kevin Harvick's got the attention of all of Stewart-Haas. All 4 teams are probably helping him out a ton to get that championship. The other 3 drivers are going to be helping him. All other 3 teams are going to be helping. They're going to be working their butts off for that 4 car. Advantage to Truex and Harvick for getting those early wins. We could talk about that too. You could throw that in there. There's a lot of things to analyze, but I think it's time. Oh, this is tough. Okay. I've been saying Hamlin for so long. Hamlin, he's finally going to get it done. That seems like the popular pick. That Hamlin, but it's so hard to pick. This is honestly one of the toughest I've ever had to pick, but I just have this feeling that I think Truex gets it done. Martin Truex Jr., he won it in 2017 with Furniture Row in that underdog team. They ended up just being so good, Furniture Row, before they shut down. He got second in this format last year, in their last season, for Furniture Row's last season. So he's finished first and second in the last 2 years. And he was really, this could be going for 3 in a row if Truex is better last year, but obviously he wasn't. Truex, I think he gets it done. I think he's a little bit salty about the damn war last year. And this year he wins the damn war. I think that's what happens. Joey Logano's not there to stop him this year. But I'm going to go with Truex. I'm just feeling Truex, that Bass Pro Shops. I think Bass Pro Shops, they won the first race this decade. I think they win the last race this decade. That's going to be a really cool story. This is the last race of the decade. I didn't realize that till like 2 days ago, and I was like, holy crap. Like, just thinking about it, man, it's crazy. I don't want to get too into it. I can make some tribute video, I don't know, but it's crazy, man. Golly, I can't believe that. It's crazy. Last race at Homestead, last race of the decade. It's crazy. So thanks for watching this video. Leave a like. I might do a Homestead tribute or something. I don't know. I'll react to the Xfinity Series race. I think it's starting up in an hour or so here. But yeah, like this video, subscribe, share.